Hello and welcome to this week's edition of PSL Living. I'm Ed Cunningham, Communications Director. On this week's show, we're going to talk about a city ordinance you may not be familiar with. It relates to how you trim trees in your yard, and you may be surprised to learn that hacking off branches can sometimes do more harm than good. Then we'll talk to a couple of people who've come to town to participate in the city-sponsored Treasure Coast International Film Festival, which was held at the Civic Center recently and featured some very creative movies and storylines. Then the Humane Society of St. Lucie County will bring us a 9-year-old furball who is attentive, alert, and playful and needs a good home. So stay with us for half an hour. We want you to become the most informed resident on your block. And with all this local stuff, you just might see someone you know. We just finished another film festival in Port St. Lucie. It's been coming to our town every year, and it's getting bigger and better each year, the Treasure Coast International Film Festival. So with us today is a guest who is a producer of one of those films, just to talk about that process. Thanks for joining us today. Vincent Conti, good to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me.
You are one of the independent filmmakers. You created something for our film fest, so thanks and welcome to Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, thank you.
You're from out of town. First, let's say you're from the Orlando area?
That's correct.
And you're a student up there as well?
Yes, I attend the University of Central Florida.
Okay. You made a film for our film festival, present tense. Let's just talk a little bit real quick. What is the film about?
The film is a gangster action movie. It features a character that finds himself in an underground gambling ring. He gets a little over his head with debt, and he has to kind of fight his way out. That's the short version of it.
Okay. Film festivals are good for a city because it brings people like you here to spend some time in our town and look around, maybe stop and visit the restaurants, occupy a hotel for a couple of nights, and that's all good for any community to kind of bring in the economic resources and also to provide some kind of cultural change for us. We get these independent films. It's always remarkable to me to look at these and see just how creative they are. They're very different from a commercially made movie where you don't have that big, huge budget, because it's just inspired by something. Here's a regular guy from not so far away in Orlando, a student. This is not, you're not a Hollywood producer with a big budget and big crews and big staffs. I know maybe you want to be, or maybe you will be. But at this point, this is all kind of made from your creativity. And that kind of brings some real good, fresh entertainment to us. Where does that come from? You have that idea. Where did you get the idea for this film?
Well, the original idea is the script was written by John Anu, and he's the director as well as the main producer, along with Felix Ortiz, who was our director of photography. They're the two that wrote out the script and then really wanted to go into production for it. As far as speaking as a student, I can say that the reason I want to do this and the reason they want to do this is we're all very passionate about writing something down and then taking it that step further of really showing it to people, of really influencing people in a way that only film can bring. I mean, different mediums like books and television, you can hit on it a little bit, but not in a way that a very well made film can. That's why we keep doing this, is so we can have that connection between us and our audience.
Is that what you're studying in school? Is it film, or are you majoring in something else?
Actually, yes, I am majoring in cinema studies right now, minoring in creative writing. I've always wanted to be in film production. I've been studying it since I was in the 4th grade. All my schools had one program or another, so I've always tried to follow that course. John, I know, is taking some trade school classes out in California right now to continue his education beyond college as well. So.
Well, when you do this, it really takes, you got to coordinate a lot of things. First of all, get the thought together, get the idea. Somebody's got to write a script. You got to polish it up that it works well for a movie. You got to shoot the whole thing, set up, get actors together, get locations. Quite a lot of effort. It would seem, especially for a college student, to be able to make all that happen. Did you shoot it in Orlando?
Yes, the entire film was shot in Orlando over a 3 or 4 week period.
And you were mentioning earlier that a lot of the actors and people involved were people that you kind of just scrape together from people you knew and get them any way you can.
There was casting involved for the major actors, the major parts, as well as the minor parts were people I helped supply as well, and other just people we knew from UCF, people we knew from some of the theme parks that are up there as well, or some of the other shows in the area.
Well, great. We are about out of time here, but we appreciate you coming in. You're coming to our town, bringing some entertainment for us, something fresh to look at, also spending some time here with us. Good luck with the rest of your filmmaking career.
Well, thank you very much.
And good luck with wherever else you may market present tense.
Excellent.
Good job. Vincent Conti, good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we'll be back after this quick message.